All right, so let's look at these. Let's see how much time we got. Couple things. And so here's some statements that are relating things. So there's some relationships here. All right. And so what quantities are being related? And is it possible to have more than one output for the same input? When we get to each of these problems, is the procedure, is the process consistent, or is it inconsistent? Okay, so what quantities are we relating? Is the process consistent, or is it inconsistent? All right, so looking at the first one, okay, so if you are traveling 25 miles per hour, what is the distance you would travel after 1 hour? Antonio, number one. Antonio. Okay, it's lagging. All right, can you answer question number one? Because you should have the Google Classroom open. Right? Don't depend on the video stream. All right, all of us know that's an issue. All right. Okay, well, you communicated with me, so okay, thank you. Okay, Peyton, what would you say for number one? What's the distance you would travel after 1 hour?
25 miles.
Right, is it always going to be 25?
If you stay at a constant of 25 miles.
Bingo. So this is a consistent procedure. It's always going to be 25 times the number of hours, always. So so the distance is a function of the rate of speed. Okay, so now we're looking at the second thing, okay? So if you study 1 hour for a test, what is the grade you will get on the test? Okay, so Ariel Laka, what would you say here? Ariel Laka? All right, so Tessa, what do you think? If you study for an hour, does that guarantee a specific grade?
No.
Right. That would be cool, right? That would be so awesome, but we all know that's not true. There's too many factors. You know, maybe the next day you wake up, you feel ill. You know, maybe you got emotional, a lot going on in your life. You know, maybe you were studying for an hour, but actually 20 minutes of it you spent texting your friends, so your brain got all tangled up. And maybe, too, it's a difficult subject, okay? So studying for an hour may not guarantee anything. So the amount of time you study, my bad, the grade you get is not a function of the time you study, okay? This is an inconsistent process. Okay, so number three, we might move on after a couple of these. Okay, so number three. So Jack, if I ask a random student whether they prefer Pepsi or Coke, is that going to be a consistent result, Jack?
No.
No. So there's a relationship, right? We might be able to find that 60% of the population prefer Pepsi. So it's not like we can't measure statistics, but that's different than having a consistent result. There's no rule that we could use for this. You know, if we ask 60 students, we might get 40-20, right? If we ask 600 students, it might shift around. So it's a little more complicated. Okay, I think this is enough.